It is the political season, the time for banter and satire. It is the time for politics of value, the game of chess. This is the Eye, and we talk constructive politics.
Welcome to another episode of The Eye. The Eye is a political episode which looks at the politics in terms of quality, in terms of the convenience that it brings to the political realm in the country. And today I am joined by someone who is notable in this political field, and he will introduce himself.
Well, thank you so much, Gerald, for having me on set. My name is Frederick Parsayo, a political commentator.
Yes, Frederick Parsayo. The Kenyan politics actually grows so much into the international perspective, whereas we always see the international community come during the political election, for example, election in particular, and they always have roles to play. What do you think draws the attention of the international community into our Kenyan politics?
You see, our politics is always polarized.
Yeah.
And apart from Kenya, the other African countries who always have polarized politics. That is the example of Sierra Leone, DRC Congo, Nigeria, and other countries. Now, the international community will always be drawn to Kenya because Kenya is also a link between other countries to Africa. And now they play very many roles. The first one is sending international observers. And these people, they monitor electioneering process in every constituency. And these people, they are assigned to some UN agencies. An example is KNCHR. These KNCHR, they have agents in every constituency. These guys will monitor elections 3 months before election, during the election period, and 3 months after the election. That is pre-election, during election, and post-election. That is what they do.
And speaking about bringing the observers, in the previous general election in 2017, we had so many Kenyans complaining that maybe the observers are having a say on the outcome of the election. I did think maybe they could be having something to add on something there at Bomas, because most of them actually were at Bomas seeing through the process of counting the results and actually relaying them. Do you think they had something, they usually have something to say or to add on?
Well, that is quite speculative. They can either have or don't. It depends on how their media will report. Now let's assume that their media reports that something bad happened during the electioneering period. Definitely the one will be there on the opposite side will get the favor. Now that thing is speculative. It depends on how their media will report. Let's assume that an observer is sent by UN. And definitely this person will report back to some of the medias back in their country. Now it depends on how the media will report. Yeah.
And going back again to the previous election, you could see actually these observers moving from one constituency to the other, one polling station to the other, and back there the citizens or the voters were asking themselves so many questions actually, and according to the rumors, from the voters, they were saying that there were some irregularities with the results streaming. But the observers quashed all the speculations. Do they really have a positive impact on the transparency of the results of the election, or they just want to paint the name of their roles as clean and transparent?
Well, you've just said that they quashed the speculations which were made that there were irregularities and illegalities as far as transmission and voting is concerned. You know, they usually say, when you go to Rome, do what Romans do. Now these people, they are people from other countries. They'll come in as much as they're trying to do their utmost duty. But once you give them terms and service, whether if you don't comply to this and this will happen. Definitely, you'll have to bend to what you're being told to. But that is not what they ought to do. But because of the status quo, they just have to. Yeah.
And who exactly sends the international observers to every election? Because it's not only international observers who come to the Kenyan election or Kenyan politics during elections, because we have people from Uganda actually come and see at least how the elections are run. We have Kenyan observers going to other countries. We could see Peter Kenneth going to the US during the previous election for the last year. These observers, who exactly sense them, and what exactly is their main target when they go to a country to observe the elections? Is it to see how the progress or the process goes, or is it to see or to benchmark actually? Is it to benchmark on how elections should be conducted?
Well, you see, a country like Kenya, it won't be a success if we just secede ourselves from our neighbors. Now, very many observers are sent. Let me just give an example. Kenya is a member of the OAU.
Yes.
Definitely there will be observers of the OAU. There will be observers from East Africa. Then let's magnify now to the bigger lens. Kenya is a UN member. Members from UN will be sent. Observers, I mean. Kenya is a British colony. Definitely observers from Commonwealth will be sent. And now their main purpose is to see whether these countries are indeed progressing from where we left. That is one of the purpose. The other one is, what is this country having that we ourselves lack? Let's an example, a country like DRC, which has never been stable for the past almost 2 decades.
Yes.
Now, later they come to Kenya. They witness that process before, when it's being done, and after. When they go back to their country, they say, but they, oh, I saw this in Kenya. Why don't we implement this? So I can say that all of them are being sent to explore on how to have new political settlements in their own countries. Yeah.
Yeah, as you have heard from Frederick, the observers come from different agencies, and they come for specific roles to actually see and gauge how the electoral processes go on in this country, and especially this period that we are in the electioneering atmosphere towards August elections. Now, next time we'll look at another episode where we will deal with the political apathy, and I will have a bench with an expert who will share with us something on political apathy. I was one whom you love to see on the screen, Gerald Onyango, joined by my fellow
Frederick Parsayo.
And meet us next time as we play the game of cards here at the Eye. Bye bye.